A large section of Interstate 84 is back open tonight, but it looked more like a parking lot this morning after an ODOT truck accidentally took out some power lines.
And we wanted to know how something like that could happen in the first place.
And if ODOT will make any changes to prevent it from happening again. Cor Harlan spent the day getting answers. Cor?
Well, Jeff and Kelly, the first thing to say is I've just learned from some CenturyLink utility workers here on the scene that the freeway here at 132nd and I-84 will be closed for a time tonight, rolling closure so that these utility workers can string new utility lines across the freeway and hoist it back up onto the phone poles. This accident began this morning as an accident when ODOT workers were doing some utility work here, some routine utility work. So I asked ODOT today what exactly went wrong. The utility line fell across all lanes of Interstate 84 near Northeast 132nd. It was heavy enough to ding the fence lining the freeway, heavy enough to break the windshield of the ODOT vacuum truck that accidentally pulled the line down.
Are you going to get up there and hack guy wire?
ODOT tells me the truck was vacuuming debris out of storm drains on the freeway. The boom on that truck was high enough to snag the utility line and pull it down. I asked ODOT's Don Hamilton if safety procedures were followed. Is there any protocol that these guys and gals out there follow when they're supposed to be doing this that may not have been followed in this case?
Well, these are the things that we're going to look into, and the way that we check on this is we make sure to remind everybody of the proper safety procedures that are supposed to be taken in a situation like this. They get these reminders frequently. We will make sure that these reminders are known and clear and follow.
Hamilton also tells me this is a rare occurrence. He can't remember something like this happening, he says. Were workers distracted by cell phones or other electronics? Will they be disciplined? Both questions I asked Hamilton. He says those questions are still being looked into.
This was a pretty heavy cable that came down. It wasn't a power cable, it was a utility cable, and it came down and damaged broke the windshield on the truck, and it broke the windshield on a passing van, but nobody was injured.
Shortly after 11 o'clock Tuesday morning, the utility workers sawed through the thick utility line and dragged it off the freeway, and after a 45-minute delay, the freeway reopened. All right, back here to a live picture. That's a look at about 1,500 or so phone lines that were simply severed today as people scrambled to get that line out of the freeway. But again, Jeff and Kelly, anybody happens to be out here in East County using I-84 a little later tonight between 8 and 9 o'clock, expect more rolling closures as they run new utility lines across the freeway and back up onto the phone poles. We're live out here along I-84. Cor Harlan, KOIN 6.